Hey guys, I'm back after a nice day at the park and all that stuff. My first impressions of Montclair, poor home. Anyway, I said I wore something today because it was super friggin' hot today. Like I said, we peaked at 31 degrees Celsius and the sun was just fireball in the sky. I mean, it was hot. So it was a good day to have off, a good day to go to parks and drive around and stuff, which is kind of what I did. So I wore Dior Homme Sport. I don't know if I reviewed this one before. I've talked about it. If I have reviewed it, oh well, this will be a revisit. If not, it'll be brand new. Who cares? Thoughts change. Um, I love this fragrance. Let's get this out of the way. This is the 2017 version. I don't know if you can get it anymore, and if you can't, I apologize. Um, I doubt you can. Dior's pretty once they change up a line, they generally get rid of the other ones. So this is the 2017 version. The one you can get now, compared to this, is a little more woody, a little more. It's got citrus in it, of course, the new one, but it reminds me more of Dior Homme 2020, kind of woody, icy, supery, fresher type deal, which makes sense, right? You know, you release the new Dior Homme, you might as well release a new Dior Homme Sport to go with it. I want to talk about sport fragrances first in general. This is not a sport fragrance in terms of what most of us think a sport fragrance is. I don't know when it happened. I remember the first sport fragrance that I remember, probably wasn't the first sports fragrance, but it's the first one I remember, the first one I remember really blowing up, and that was Polo Sport, of course. And that one's really not a sport fragrance either in terms of what most of us think of, because most of us think of sport fragrance, super fresh, super out of the hit, kind of boring, honestly. And that's a fair assessment. I mean, a lot of them are. They're just kind of meant to be spray and go, and they don't usually last long, stuff like that. Not that this is a performance piece. We'll get into that. But this is more of a citrus, woody kind of fragrance. Citrus aromatic, woody kind of fragrance. Not a super. I mean, it's fresh. It is very fresh, but not like a super aldehydic, chemically. What we kind of assume a sports fragrance is. This isn't it at all. This is something else. Um, so again, 2017 version. Sorry if you can't get it. It's my favorite version of Dior's Homme Sport. Uh, Although I really like the original too, because the original had a nice hint of iris. This doesn't have any iris in it. Not that I pick up anyway. Um, it does have a floral in it. I'll get into that, but it's not iris. Um, so some of the notes are citruses, of course, blood orange, grapefruit, and lemon. Mostly the orange and lemon I pick up. I don't pick up a whole lot of grapefruit, but there is a little bit there. Sandalwood, pink pepper, vetiver, um, some geranium, blah blah. Do I really need to go into depth on this one? It's a fresh, clean citrus scent. Uh, Lots of citrus off the top, a bit of a floral, slightly powdered geranium in the mid, um, which some people say, oh, that's iris. No, it's geranium. It's a little rosy more than irisy, a little powdery, but it's never the dominant player. It's still sitting right behind those citruses. Um, and then a nice, slightly creamy sandalwood and a soft woody vetiver in the base come up, and it's very nice. It's a very simple, and that's the fragrance. Like I said, it's citrus woods. I mean, that's pretty much the fragrance. A little bit of a flowery power or powdery floral vibe. Citrus, floral, powdery wood scent. Um, that's the scent in a nutshell. Uh, Very simple, but very nice. Even slightly elegant for a citrus fragrance. You know what I mean? It's got a bit of that Dior class to it. It's not just a basic citrus sport scent. It can be worn other than coming out of the gym, or whatever. Um, so yeah, it really is nice. How I applied it, I put a lot on because I'll get into performance in a minute. I put four in my moisturizer, four on my neck, one on each shoulder, one on each elbow. Shirt, I had a tank top. You seen the black tank top I was wearing, and oh, don't mind these little stains. I had corn on the cob, and a couple kernels, and you got to have butter. So the butter stains. They'll come out with some baking soda and vinegar. But anyway, uh, yeah, and 2 on my shirt, and a fair amount. And performance isn't the greatest. About an hour projection. The first half hour is about an arm's length out there. That's when the citruses are really popping, right? So it's projected pretty good. Then it comes in and gives you a soft bubble, you know, an hour and a half or so. Then it's a decent skin scent for another hour, and then it's kind of a skin scent and gone. So realistically, 3 to 4 hours. I could reapply this after 2, um, but realistically, 3 hours, I'd say, on me anyway. My skin eats citrus scents. So if your skin is anything like mine, you're only going to get a few hours out of it. And it's pricey. Well, it was pricey. Even when I got it on sale, it was $79, which is still a good price, or $69, I can't remember. But even that's a lot for fragrance that only lasts 2 or 3, 4 hours. Um, but the stuff smells so good, I don't care. It's one of those fragrances I don't care. It smells so good. I love the smell of it. Like I said, that just yeah, fresh. It's got a hint of sweetness to it, a very slight hint. Just gorgeous fragrance all around. If you can get the 2017 version, do yourself a favor. If you get it and get it for a good price, just buy it. If you like citrus fragrances, if you can test it. But I don't think you're going to be able to. I don't know of any stores that still have this version in there. But if they do, test it. Because if you like citrus fragrance, this would be my third favorite citrus fragrance. My first is, and probably always will be, unless something comes along and throws it, is the John Varvatos Artist and Pure. That is, to my nose, the perfect citrus fragrance, and I get decent longevity out of it for a citrus fragrance. So next would be Eau Sauvage. I know technically, no, it's a citrus aromatic fougere. So it's definitely a citrus fragrance. But I can get what you're saying. It's not your typical what we consider a fresh citrus, even though it is fresh. A fresh citrus summertime fragrance. So this would be my second favorite fresh citrus summertime fragrance. But as citrus-based fragrances, this would be third. Which is saying a lot, because I have a lot of fragrances and there's a lot of citrus fragrances, and most of them don't do it for me. This one does. Again, the performance, I know, on me anyway, maybe not on you. You might get hours and hours and hours. Awesome. I wish I did. I don't. But it just smells so good, I don't care. Compliment. I never got any compliments. I was by myself all day, like I said, mostly driving and walking around parks, so you didn't really get anybody. I seen a few people when I walked by do so it was either me or they're smelling the trees, the flowers. I mean, could have been both. So, but no compliments, but it'll get you compliments. It's gorgeous. It's fresh. It's clean. It's citrusy. It's soft woods, and it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Give it a try, guys. All right. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.